Okay, hello all. We're gonna do a quick video, quick update, I guess you can say. So, as I see from here, from Ian Miles, the capital Meemaw wasn't even at the capital. So, as you can tell from the title, this is a BuzzFeed news article. So, as we know, BuzzFeed very often portrays a lot of left-sided left-wing media, so left-wing news rather, or it has a left-wing bias. I think we can all agree on that. So as you can see from, I have the article right here, but we tracked down Capitol Meemaw, who was not actually at the U.S. Capitol. And in this little description, it says a January 6th photo of an older Trump supporter was actually taken in Topeka, I think I pronounced that right, Kansas, not at the scene of the mob riot in Washington, D.C. And in Still Gray, at Still Gray, Ian Miles, he has also said, in fact, the entire series of pictures of boomers looking aimless inside the Capitol gallery was taken in Kansas, and some MAGA hack reposted them as a lie to claim that there actually wasn't a riot in the U.S. Capitol. Okay, so here's actually the article. BuzzFeed News, as I said before, we tracked down Capitol Meemaw, who was not actually at the U.S. Capitol. In the chaos of last week's insurrection at the Capitol building in Washington, D.C., people online have been trying to identify those who have been part of the mob. So a lot of people have been doxxed, some rightly so if they committed violence, right? I guess the FBI and a lot of news organizations put out pictures stating, please identify these mob perpetrators because they have committed violence, which I guess I agree with, right? I mean, I wouldn't snitch on anyone, but that's not my business, but okay, whatever. Many rioters who have appeared in viral photos have been since named in charge, but one woman captured in a photograph from January 6th has instead become a meme. And I guess everyone, if you have social media, specifically Twitter, you have seen the picture of this woman here. I didn't even know they said I didn't know it was capital Meemaw, but that's what BuzzFeed is putting in quotation points. And we can see some tweets here from I'm guessing is left wing people or left wing Twitter accounts. Okay, who left Meemaw at the Capitol from this one person? The photo of an older woman wearing comfortable clothing, smiling at the camera, and carrying a flag, phone, and drinking cup emerged on the same day of the riot. This is white privilege in America. Let that sink in. She don't even know where the hell she at, but it's pretty funny. And it was funny. The meme was funny. We saw this woman, poor woman, who's probably got abused. I don't know personally what happened to her, but like I said, it was very viral, especially on the day and the night of the Capitol riots. So people immediately began wondering about this so-called Meemaw, an affection term for grandmother, of course, and how she somehow helped storm the Capitol despite her age, size, and seemingly pleasant rather, but confused demeanor. Someone get their Meemaw, this person says. Girl, we really about to overthrow the government. $1 trillion defense budget couldn't even keep Meemaw from breaching our Capitol building. The American taxpayers deserve a refund, which I kind of agree with. I don't feel like I very agree with that. Rare pick of Meemaw breaking into the Capitol, colorized 2021. Okay, so but here, as we can get further into this article, there's just one problem with the meme. The woman was not actually at the Capitol in DC on January 6th. In fact, she was never in the Capitol at all, at any time, ever. Instead, she was participating in another protest halfway across the country in Topeka, Kansas. There are several key clues that show that the image was not taken in DC. First, the pro Trump demonstrators appear to be standing around calmly in contrast to the violent and destructive scenes we saw in DC, where thousands were involved, which is true. I mean, obviously, more footage and more news has come out as they were mostly like in a single file line. They were escorted in by police. Police waved them in. There was some that breaking windows. That was Trump supporters. But as I said in my previous video, you cannot really blame the whole peaceful protest, the whole Trump supporters were there, that 99% for the damage that the 1% and the violence that the 1% caused. I still condone it. I still condemn it. Like Trump said actually previously, about half an hour ago, he gave out a statement in around a 5 minute video stating that he does condemn the violence and that violence has no place. And if you did do violence and committed violence on that day, you are not a true supporter of the president, which I feel like was a questionable statement. Not necessarily that he was wrong, but Seems like he's not supporting his supporters that were supporting him. Supporting, I just said, but okay. So here's more facts. Second, the mural behind the woman to the right, titled Arrival of the Railroad, is, in fact, in the Kansas State Capitol Rotunda. This is a painting. Here's the picture of the painting. Thirdly, the woman can actually be seen in a profile in a photograph taken by local news station KSNT at the Capitol. And one of the photographs that I remember her, but I do not know her. I'm not acquainted with her. But yeah, so we basically jumped the gun on this one, right? Mad people were taking this picture of this woman and saying, well, some people were making a meme out of it, poking fun, which is perfectly fine. But then you had other people who were actually getting upset, saying, "Oh, this is white privilege at its finest. Oh, how did this grandmother walk in with no problem?" And then you had other, I guess you can say, I like to say smooth brain takes, but that's not very polite. But hey, we're not living in polite times. That oh, if it was BLM and majority black people, that they would be gunned down by the police when this was happening, which I don't agree with, and I feel like there's a lot of facts to support that that is not true. But that's another topic, and maybe for another video. But this actually just goes further into the actual Topica. I guess you can say little protest because it says that roughly 250 people gathered. Several dozen protesters moved inside the building. But long story short, let me head back, deactivate here, and put big screen. So, long story short, we had this woman, this older woman, probably someone's grandmother, probably someone who didn't legitimately know what she was doing. Maybe she was there for a good cause. She didn't mean any harm. As you can see, she's smiling, waving her little US American flag, and she was basically criticized harshly by the left, made into a meme, made viral all this time. Days for the whole week probably. It's still a pretty big trending topic. And we now know that in fact she wasn't even in the DC protests in the first place. So I don't know who the first person was to break that she was, and perhaps I should do some investigating to see who that was. But shame on that person because they probably knew that this person wasn't there, and to get some clicks and to get some retweets and likes on their tweet, they I don't want to say abused this woman because it could have been a lot worse, right? But basically put a picture of this woman stating that she was doing one thing when she obviously wasn't. So I feel for the woman. I feel bad for the woman. Obviously, it could have been a lot worse than it really was. A little story. Not really anything significant. Um, but yeah, I just wanted to share my thoughts on that. Poor woman. Hopefully, all is well for her and her family. And keep on protesting. Thanks for watching. See ya.